Welcome back to Words to the Mothers. Still to come is wine time, but first, let's rejoin our chat with Christy.
So is there a moment in your wildlife career that really stands out for you?
Probably the first time I saw an orangutan in the wild, because that's something I just wanted to do since I was a tiny girl.
Oh, so
you know,
sweet.
reading books and just because they build nests, and so do chimps. And
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Really?
they go up in the tree and they build nests every night.
Oh.
And first time I saw a nest, I burst into tears.
Did you?
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's a nest. And then when I saw an orangutan,
You really are
it's
living your
amazing.
dream job. That's amazing.
I really am, and that's down to, you know, I think that is partly my gran just saying, go and do
I love your gran.
what you want to do.
Already, I've never met her, but I love her.
She's awesome.
Oh.
You know, she just wanted us to fulfill our dreams, really.
Yeah.
So that's, she's always been a big support.
Oh.
And my mum, they've both been really big
I'm well
support.
enough, actually. That's really sweet. Genuinely very. So you've obviously got a lot of strings to your bow.
Yeah.
And you also did a brilliant impression.
Oh, is that the one of Nessa? Yeah, my nickname ended up being Nessa, because if anyone's watched Gavin and Stacey, basically,
Yeah.
there's nothing she hasn't done.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, when the bookie work, that's so bland. It was a brilliant night. Oh, what's occurred? So yeah, that's I've pretty much done everything. Worked in an air freshener factory, worked for Gordon Ramsay. I've done everything. But that's when you do something like conservation, you've got to basically, you know, make sacrifices. So I chose to work for charities where I wasn't going to be paid anything. So in between, you just take whatever jobs you can, what you can get, really.
Pays the rent, yeah.
And you know what? Like, I think sometimes you feel like, oh, I'm not a success because I'm working in a pub when all my friends are buying houses and all that kind of thing. But that's where, you know, I had a family that were really supportive of me doing that. They think I'm a bit mental.
Well, and success is your own measure. But,
Absolutely.
But I mean, amazing life. I can't see how you wouldn't see it as anything other than a
and
success.
I've got brilliant stories from working in air freshener factories. They're great around the campfire in Zambia now.
Yeah. So when you're not working, then how do you relax?
Well, it's not relaxing. I've just started kickboxing.
I bet that's
quite cool.
Yeah, a lot of frustration can come out then. That's good.
I got called savage.
Really? By your boys?
I'd be like, the savage. I'll be like, but yeah. So I thought, well, my gran's got a black belt in karate, so I was like, I need to follow my gran's footsteps.
Oh, I love how close you are with her.
Oh yeah, we're really, really close. Yeah, she's awesome.
You're fluent in Indonesian.
Yeah, I speak Indonesian.
Yeah. So can you cuss in Indonesian?
Do you know what? I don't think I ever did cuss in Indonesian.
Really?
Oh no, there's one.
Say it.
We were playing. There's a card game.
Well, we all get angry during a card game.
No, it's actually the name of the card game is quite naughty. Do you know the one which is another word for poo head? That card game.
No, but I like to know that.
But basically,
just so I can use it against my other half.
Yeah. So Kapal Sial in Indonesian.
Okay, I'm gonna have to rehearse that. But I'm mastered that.
But my favourite word in Indonesian, because it's quite like onomatopoeic. So butterfly is kupu kupu.
Kupu kupu.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
kupu,
lovely.
Kupu. It's beautiful, isn't
I like
it?
kupu kupu.
And so the sun is called Matahari, which is eye of the day.
Oh.
So it's really poetic. And
oh, that's so
beautiful.
lovely. I like a bit of onomatopoeia as well, actually. Poo-poo.
Or kupu kupu.
So, Christy, what's next for you? Have you got a project lined up?
Yeah, well, there's a few things in the pipeline. Spinning small plates. We're actually looking into doing something about zero waste. Mm-hmm. My sister's possibly going to be setting up a zero waste shop as well. So, looking further than just the animals in terms of the effect that we're having on the world altogether. In terms of packaging and everything. It's convenience really. So we're going down that route. I'm also going back up to Borneo, so hopefully we're going to be filming something called Borneo Jungle Diaries.
Oh wow.
So it's like Springwatch in Borneo.
So is that for Discovery?
No, this is actually with a production company called Scuba Zoo. So they've been running it at the moment already with a guy out there. So basically Sam and I hopefully will go and take part in that. There's lots of projects in the pipeline.
Yeah, lots.
So maybe some comedic animals might be coming.
Comedic? Comedic as in?
As in, I might be playing some animals myself. Yeah.
I think you're going to be good at that.
I do. There's going to be a seagull. She's Welsh.
She's got to be Welsh.
And she's doing community service where robbing things. She's like, it's the same thing, I'm just picking things up. She's got a food issue. She keeps eating everything.
Oh, you're going to have to keep me posted. I'm going to have to see that.
Yes.
It's been lovely meeting you.
And you.
The
Thank
world
you so
needs
much.
more people like you.
Some people might agree, some people might not.
I think people think that. I think so. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I really love it.
Good luck with everything.
Thank you, and you.
Thank
you.
Clemmy, Paw Patrol, dog's dinner or the dog's bits?
I don't care about potty training, which we're in the middle of. I don't care about the fact I never sleep, which is true. Because Ruth Wiles is here from Clifton Wine School, and you've brought us wine.
I have. I've brought you some white wines today.
As ever. And this week it is supermarket white wines.
Yes, some of the ones that I think are really good value for money wines available in the supermarkets. You can grab them whilst you're doing the rest of your shopping. Easy.
Yes, perfect. This is exactly how I shop for my wine.
Excellent.
So what should we start with?
So I think the best place to start is probably with the Albarino. It's what I'm hoping is going to replace Sauvignon Blanc when it comes to the next big thing.
You're a little over Sauvignon Blanc.
I've had it up to here with
Yeah,
Sauvignon
I
Blanc.
can
There's
tell.
Sauvignon Blanc all over the shop. I understand it's really nice. It's very easy to drink, but
I know what you mean.
time to move on.
Yeah, when there's a fashion in wine, it gets a little bit boring. It's all you hear about, isn't it?
It does, and the marketplace gets so
Yeah.
saturated with it. And
Yeah.
it's nice to have different things. So Albarino is the grape variety.
Okay.
It's native to Spain, so northern parts of Spain, just the bit that's just above Portugal, so Galicia. The region itself is almost impossible for me to pronounce. Essentially, Rias Baixas is the best I can do, but
Not bad effort, not bad
I
effort.
think there's a reason why they make Albarino the bigger name on the label. So they
Okay.
name it after the grape, but most of it will come from this region here.
Okay.
It's made by the sea, so it goes really well with seafood, but it's also really nice on its own.
I definitely see what you mean by that.
Ah, good.
Yeah, it has. It's got a herby kind of. You get the fruit, and then you get a bit of herb that counters
You
it.
have a little bit more savoury to it, and that's
Yeah.
why it also goes really nicely with food as well.
Yeah.
It's not just. Sometimes if you're drinking a wine that's just fruity, that's fine on its own, but if you have it with food, it ends up just tasting a little bit like squash by the time you've paired it with the food.
So we're on to bottle 2.
Bottle number 2, I think we will go to the Pinot Gris next.
Okay.
So this is an Aldi wine, so it's going to be a
I
bargain.
am an Aldi fan, as you know.
I have heard you mention it.
Yeah.
Pinot Gris, have you had a Pinot Gris before?
I have, yes. It might be Andy Clark, Series 1, that introduced me to this.
Aha, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yes.
It is the same grape as Pinot Grigio, but produced in a different style.
Right.
So if you want to know what the winemaker's trying to do, you can look. If you think it might be something that's quite light and neutral and easy to drink, it will say Pinot Grigio. But if it says Pinot Gris, you would expect a little bit more flavour, a little bit more intensity, a bit more food friendly perhaps as well.
Okay.
And sometimes a little bit of sweetness as well.
Complex.
Complex.
Yeah.
You have a smell. Just that little bit of sweetness to it and a bit more flavour. So
Yeah. Actually, you're very good. You're very good, Ruth. Because the first hit is like sweet, and I go, oh no. And then you go, oh, okay.
then it follows
Maybe.
with a bit more
Yeah.
flavour. And again, this is a wine that does go very well with food, especially spicy foods.
Oh.
Absolute match made in heaven.
Ruth, hit me with your final wine.
My last wine is a Chenin Blanc. Chenin Blanc has 2 homelands, if you like, spiritual homelands. One of those is the Loire Valley in France. The other major area for Sauvignon Blanc is South Africa. And in South Africa, it is the most widely planted grape. And when you have the most widely planted grape, that means you end up having some good examples, some less good examples. But in this case, we've got a really great value for money, but low price, but high quality example.
Well, you know, the little I know about wine, when I see South Africa, I generally have quite a high expectation.
Certainly, when it comes to value for money, it's hard to beat South Africa in many
Yeah.
ways because the rand it does not do particularly well on global markets historically in recent years.
I feel a bit more guilty now.
Well, the winemaker's still getting paid. They're
Yeah,
getting exactly what they
yeah.
ask. So Chenin Blanc can be oaked, can be unoaked. It takes oak quite nicely. This is a very lightly oaked one, so it's sort of a nice halfway house. So oak gives you flavours of vanilla and spice and adds just a little bit of body to it. And the Chenin brings flavours of apple and pineapple.
Oh, definitely apple. I like that. Where's that one from again, sorry?
So this is a Marks and Spencer's wine. Yeah, so again, really good value for money, under £8 when it's on offer, and delicious.
It is delicious. I'm just going to have another sip of that. Just to be sure I like it.
Just to make sure it's okay, yeah.
No, I definitely like it, yes.
Still.
Ruth Wiles, Clifton Wine School, thank you so much for joining us again and bringing me wine.
You're welcome.
You are lush.
Thanks, Una.
Sadly, that's all we have time for this week. Join us next week for more potty talk, more celebs, and more wine. See you then.